On January 21st, 1976, supersonic passenger travel became a reality. Concorde began flying across the Atlantic in around half the time of conventional jets, but it only lasted for just under 3 decades. On November 26, 2003, Concorde flew for the final time, and for more than 20 years, supersonic passenger travel has seemed like a thing of the past, but not anymore. One of the biggest problems was the sonic boom. When an aircraft flies faster than sound, it creates powerful shock waves that can produce an explosive boom on the ground. The noise became such a problem that the FAA banned civil supersonic flight. Now, NASA is trying something completely different. They're building an aircraft designed to break the sound barrier while producing a sonic thump of just 75 perceived decibels, about the sound of distant thunder. This is the X-59, and almost everything about its strange design is intentional. Its nose alone is 38 feet long, more than a third of the aircraft's entire 99.7-foot length, and that incredibly long nose is one of the key parts of how NASA plans to tackle the sonic boom. These shock waves can travel all the way to the ground, where they can be heard by people miles away. A powerful sonic boom can even rattle buildings and break glass. But you see, NASA isn't the only one trying to bring back supersonic travel. A company called Boom Supersonic isn't waiting on the boom problem to be solved. It's called Overture, and airlines are already lining up for it. United has agreed to buy 15, with an option for 35 more. American has committed to 20, with an option on 40, and put down a non-refundable deposit. Japan Airlines went further still, investing $10 million directly into Boom itself, with rights to buy up to 20 jets. They invested in a plane that doesn't exist yet. Boom says Overture will be 25% more fuel efficient than Concorde, able to run on 100% sustainable aviation fuel, with round-trip fares as low as $5,000. If that holds up, a $15,000 supersonic ticket just became a third of the price. But building a plane that flies at Mach 1.7 is the easy problem, making it reliable, profitable, certifiable, and able to stick around. That's the hard part. And Boom just lost the one thing every plane needs: an engine. Rolls-Royce was supposed to build Overture's propulsion system. That partnership fell apart, leaving Boom with no engine and no easy way to get one. A clean-sheet supersonic engine can take years and cost billions. So Boom made a wild bet: build the engine themselves. That engine is called Symphony, and it turns Boom from an aircraft company into something much bigger. They're now building the airframe, the engine, the manufacturing line, and the entire business case for supersonic flight all at once. But it gets crazier. In December 2025, Boom unveiled Superpower, a 42-megawatt natural gas turbine built to power AI data centers. It shares roughly 80% of its hardware with Symphony, the same engine meant for Overture. The company raised $300 million to fund Symphony's development. Then Crusoe, an AI infrastructure company, ordered 29 superpower turbines, a deal worth $1.25 billion and 1.21 gigawatts of capacity. The plan: let AI data centers fund the engine that gets supersonic travel back off the ground. Boom is betting that the same technology chasing the AI power crunch can pay for humanity's return to supersonic flight. If it works, the thing that finally brings Concorde's successor to the skies won't be an airline. It'll be a server farm. Hermeus, another aerospace company, is trying something nobody's ever done before: hypersonic passenger flight. Their plan is a plane that flies at 5 times the speed of sound, Mach 5. If it actually happens, New York to London wouldn't take 7 hours, or even Concorde's 3. It'd take about 90 minutes. But right now, the news isn't so good, at least not yet. Hermeus's latest flight only reached Mach 1.21 on May 26, 2026. That's barely past the sound barrier, nowhere close to Mach 5. And it wasn't even a passenger plane. It was an unmanned F-16-sized test drone. By some estimates, the actual hypersonic passenger jet isn't expected to fly until the early 2030s. There's actually a version of Hermeus that could get there faster. The Mark III, expected sometime in 2026 or 2027, is built to fly past Mach 3.3, more than double what they've hit so far. And the engine itself isn't even the bottleneck anymore. Hermeus has already run it on the ground at simulated Mach 5 conditions. The hard part left isn't building a Mach 5 engine, it's getting one to actually fly. But that's not where Hermeus stops. On May 28, 2026, its Defense Innovation Unit contract grew to $219 million total, one of the largest DIU has ever awarded. It's for high Mach flight testing, in partnership with the US Air Force and Navy. Flight tests are running through 2026 and 2027 as of now. You might be wondering why the Pentagon's investing in hypersonic planes when it already has over 2,700 combat aircraft. Well, here's the thing. The US already has hypersonic weapons, but they're missiles, not planes, and every single one is used once and gone. They're also incredibly expensive, some running over $100 million per missile. A reusable hypersonic aircraft, something that can fly, land, and fly again, would be something nobody has. For over 50 years, only one airliner ever went supersonic, and it didn't last. Now there are 3 separate attempts happening at once. NASA's chasing supersonic flight without the boom. Boom's chasing a supersonic airliner people can actually buy a ticket for. And Hermeus is chasing something further out entirely. Hypersonic flight, 5 times the speed of sound. The question now is who succeeds, and who ends up suffering the same fate as Concorde.